It's day 113 of our inventory transformation. The cherry blossom event is still going on, so I'm still trying to collect as many cherry blossoms as I possibly can. I'm working on aging up these nebula snakes so I can be able to make a neon. And I'm also still looking for that last dodo we need. I actually have in my profile that I'm looking for these capybaras, the hamsters, and the lovebirds. I had this person trade me, so I went out to check out their profile, and if you guys look, they actually traded their Cupid dragon for this capybara. In my opinion, they way overpaid, and so it makes me think like, what exactly are they going to want me to trade them for this capybara? I don't have my hopes up because I definitely don't want to overpay. Also, I told you in my profile, I actually have like certain pets that I'm trading both for the lovebird and for the hamster, and they're different pets. So if you look in chat, they actually said that could I trade my fairy bat dragon for this? And there's no way that I'm trading my fairy bat dragon for this. At this time, the capybara actually has like the value. It's a little bit under a shark, except that this one's ride, so it's probably about equal to a shark. I decided to add some like pets to the trade so they could tell me like what they wanted for this capybara. So I added some of my legendaries in just to see if they would pick any of them. And then at some point I asked them if they would look at my last page so they could pick out some pet that they wanted for the hamster and the lovebird. This was one of those really long trades again. And you guys know what I think about long trades. Most of the time the trade does not go through, so it's just like a big waste of time. This person picked out the naga dragon for the capybara, and then I'm still waiting on them to tell me like what other pets that they want me to add to the trade. They finally picked the winter fawn and the sloth, so I added those in. Then we both accepted the first trade window, and guess what, guys? They declined the trade. It is always so frustrating to spend so much time on one thing, like letting someone pick out pets when they already could have looked at my profile to pick out what they wanted, but it's just part of the game. Then I had this person trade me, and they wanted to offer for our fairy bat dragon. You guys know I love this fairy bat dragon, so it's gonna have to be like a good offer. They added in this fly ride cobra, which is pretty cool, and it's cool that it's fly ride, but guys, all of these pets are like really easy to get. So you know me, I told them no thank you. And I think you guys have made me feel like guilty, like I'm being rude or something, so sometimes I notice that I've started saying sorry, no thank you. Then I had this person trade me, and they said that they were trading their parakeet for any pet. I'm definitely not looking for the parakeet because they are so hard to trade. Then I had this person trade me, and they actually traded me like as if they were going to give me an offer for my house. I don't know why people do this. I don't know if it's like some sort of a scam or not. But the thing is, once you trade someone like through their house, you can't actually take the house out. So I can't take the house out of this trade right now. But then they actually said they wanted to offer for our fairy bat dragon. They put in this Sakura spirit, and then they put in this neon clover cow. Value says this is a good offer for the fairy bat dragon, but it's really hard to tell like if the Sakura spirit is actually going to lose value or not. If you listen to any of my other videos, you know that I think the fairy bat dragon value is actually going to go up. So then I told them no thank you, and then they took out that neon clover cow and actually put in this Cupid dragon, which I would definitely trade the fairy bat dragon for. I like both the fairy bat dragon and the Cupid dragon, but I think I like the Cupid dragon just a little bit more. So I was really confused by this trade because I'm like, are they trading for my house and the fairy bat dragon, or are they just trading for the fairy bat dragon? Because I would definitely accept this if they were just trading for the fairy bat dragon. And if you're thinking this is a really good offer for the house and the fairy bat dragon, maybe, but the Cupid dragon and the fairy bat dragon are very similar in value, so really I'm getting the Sakura spirit for my house, and I don't know if the value is going to completely drop on it. So then they said like, please remove some. And then eventually they said, remove the fairy bat dragon. And then eventually they asked if they could offer for the Aurora fox. And guys, I was just so confused by this. So I wasn't sure if they were offering for the house or not, but pretty much I told them like, I can't take the house out of this trade. I mean, if they wanted to offer for my house, that's absolutely fine, but I don't want to like clump a bunch of stuff like with my house and feel like I'm getting like an under offer. So then they just eventually declined the trade. Then they traded me again like right after that through my house, and they actually offered me this ox, and I definitely didn't want to accept that, and I told them sorry, no thank you. But I definitely feel like they were trying to like scam me out of my house too or something. I'm not really sure. I mean, like from the first trade, if this is what they were going to offer for my house or just my house. Then I had this person offer me a corgi for my fly rosy maple moth, and I definitely didn't want to take that trade. And is it me, or is everyone always trying to trade like like a corgi or like a Shiba Inu or whatever. It seems like people are always offering me those pets. Then I had this person offer me a cat and a parakeet for my fly rosy maple moth, and I definitely didn't want to accept that trade either. Then I had this person trade me and they wanted to offer for my ride potion. At first they put in this ride dimension drifter, and I just know that the dimension drifters aren't everybody's favorite legendary, so I definitely didn't want to take this for the ride potion because it was definitely under. And then they changed out the dimension drifter to the Frostclaw's Fury. You guys know I don't really care for that pet. Then I had this person offer me a rat for my diamond albatross, and I told them no thank you. Then I had this person offer me a red fox for my house. I think these are really cute, but I definitely think this is an under offer. We spent way too much time, or I spent way too much time on this house, and I spent a lot of bucks on it. Then I had this person trade me and they put in this Glyptodon. I absolutely love these. I have a mega on my main account and I think they're so cute. Then they started adding in like a bunch of like really low tier pets. So I asked them if they were looking for something specific and they said yes, but then they never said what it was, and this just like, I don't even know what these people expect me to offer. I mean, really, I just think they should have said that they were looking for an offer. Since they said that they were looking for a specific pet, I didn't add anything in, but I could have just added in like all my low tier pets and seen if they wanted anything. Eventually, I told them I was trying to trade one of my hot bobs for a dog because I just need one more dog to make a neon. And guys, this turned into another long trade. I'm not quite sure like what the problem was, but it was almost like this person wasn't speaking English and I was trying to type to them in English and they were typing back to me in English, but it was like they weren't understanding me. They said that they couldn't look at my profile like by clicking by the little box by my name, and they really wanted me to add in a bunch of pets, so that's exactly what I ended up doing. I asked them what they wanted for their dog and their Glyptodon. They said bonefish, and then later they said, cat mummy I hate. So I'm thinking, okay, I'll take out the mummy cat. Then I kept typing questions and then they said they wanted the bonefish and the cat. So then eventually I said dinosaur and dog. I wasn't quite sure what to call this Glyptodon so they would understand. I called it a Glyptodon again, and then I said the pink one. Then they asked me if I could show them what the pink one looks like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like how did they not know what I'm talking about? What am I supposed to say? And then guys, after all that, and I mean this trade was so long, after all of that, I actually disconnected. I really feel like I'm getting the absolute worst trades today. I had this person trade me and they just added in these two minion chicks. I definitely don't want those. So I told them I wasn't looking for those right now, and then they put in a neon dog and then this eggnog dog. And I'll actually take either one or both of those pets, like as long as we can get it for a good deal. So I start adding in some stuff. I start adding in the dogs that I already had because I already had them aged up. And then I added in like the hop bop and the snorkel because I mean, neither one of these pets is worth like a bunch or really much of anything. And then eventually they said this was for the ride potion or the fly potion, and I'm definitely not trading the ride potion or the fly potion for these pets. Then I had this person trade me and they wanted to offer for my Aurora Fox. I absolutely love the Aurora Fox. They added in this white Amazon, which is definitely under for the Aurora Fox. So then I told them no thank you, so then they took out this white Amazon and they actually put in like a fly ride dancing dragon. I think the dancing dragons are like really cool, but it's definitely not worth as much as the Aurora Fox, and I like the Aurora Fox so much better. Then I had this person trade me and they added in a squid, they added in the ride diamond unicorn, they added in a neon ride starfish, and then they added in this fly ride frog, and I like all of those pets. This person just asked me if I had an offer for this, and I would have taken all of those pets. So I decided to just try. So I put in this fly, rosy maple moth, I put in my naga dragon, and I put in my neon clover cow. This was definitely an under offer, and I was kind of hoping that they would tell me like what kind of pets they saw on my profile that they might want me to add. But then they just accepted, and so I was definitely going to accept, but I did not think this trade was going to go through. And guys, guess what? They actually accepted this, so we got all these pets. Like, this was a really good trade for us. I actually couldn't believe that they accepted, so I definitely had to check like my inventory and see that those pets were actually in it, and they are. We haven't done hardly any trades today, but after that one, I definitely want to update my profile. Remember, there are so many pets that I'm not even putting in my profile because I don't even want to be tempted to trade them away. I really don't want to trade that candy floss chick. I really don't want to trade my pig. I really don't want to trade like the elephant because I really want those pets at the end of this trading challenge. Honestly, there's even pets like in my profile right now that I really don't want to trade. Like, I am like starting to be so happy with this inventory, and It's making it hard to even do trades. One of the pets that I really hope that I can trade away is this neon frozen penguin, or at least I'm just hoping I could get a good offer for it. So it was in my trading stand and I actually had this person trade me, but then of course they said, I don't actually want to offer for that. I want to offer for your Mega Highland cow. You guys know I absolutely love this Mega Highland cow. Remember, I traded one away and then I traded back like somebody else, like I offered for one and I got one. So I'm not super excited about trading it away, and it's going to have to be like a really good offer. And after some of you guys see their offer, you're definitely going to think I should have accepted, but I'm going to explain to you why I did not. Okay, so they offered me this Mega Clover cow, which at first, I think we could probably get enough Clover cows and make our own Mega if we wanted to. The Mega Ghost, I think some people absolutely love that pet, but we're going to have to find the right person if I'm going to trade it away. The Mega Hop Bop is pretty good, but we're not going to get super overpays for it or anything like that. And we could easily make it ourselves if we wanted to. The same with the Neon Snorkel. We could easily get that and make that. Then they added these Moon Pines, and those aren't anything special. So as far as values goes, at this point, they're actually under for this Mega Highland cow. So I told them, sorry, no thank you. Then they took out this Neon Snorkel and they actually added in a Mega Grave Owl, which I absolutely love those, and I'm making one on my main account. But honestly, guys, I would just rather have the Mega Highland cow. And like I said, they are over, but right now, the Mega Highland cow is actually in higher demand than these other pets. And this is when you're just going to have to make decisions in trading whether you want to take trades or not, and I just would rather have the Mega Highland cow, and so I told them no thank you. None of these pets do I have to have, although I will tell you that I think the Mega Clover cow and the Mega Grave Owl, I feel like the value of them is going to go up. And I'm not really sure about the Ghost. The Mega Ghost, the value might actually go up as we get further away from the Halloween that they actually came out in. So for the long run, it might have been a good trade, but I just chose not to take it. So then they asked if they could offer for my Shiverwolf. I will definitely trade this Shiverwolf away, and they offered us this Neon Snorkel, which I feel like is a pretty fair trade. Honestly, guys, if you had as many lures as I have, on all my alt accounts, you wouldn't really think too much of these pets that are coming out in the lures, because you would know that over time you're actually going to be able to collect a bunch of them, and so they just don't mean that much. But other people that don't have a bunch of lures don't collect enough of them to be able to make a Mega or something like that. But I did get this Neon Snorkel for the Shiverwolf. Guys, I couldn't believe this trade, and you're not going to believe this trade. So this person traded me, and they actually asked me if I had a Burning Bunny. I love the Burning Bunnies, and I'm actually trying to make a Mega on my main account, but they're really not worth that much at this point, and this person offered us a Dodo, that last Dodo that we need. I was like, you have got to be kidding me. Here, all these people wanted us to overpay for a Dodo, and this is a super over offer for this Burning Bunny, and we're getting the last Dodo that we need. And this Dodo is post-teen, so we just have to age it up, and then we're ready to make our Neon. And guys, they accepted. So I'm definitely pulling out that Dodo so we can finish that Neon up. Then I had this person trade me, and they put in this Dracula parrot, and they asked me if I had an offer, and I just told them no, I did not have an offer. Then I finished up that last Dodo, because if you remember, we actually aged up the 3 other Dodos because we've had them for so long. I've been trying to make this Neon Dodo for so long, guys. So I'm so excited that we're finally able to make it. It turned out so cute. I love the colors of the Dodo, and I just love how it now glows because it's neon. That's the end of day 115. Bye, guys. Until next time.